and that's the memo. Hillary Clinton is still chiming in on the likability issue. Here she is just last week. What happened?
There's been a lot of talk recently about whether our country is ready for women leaders. Now, that really takes me back, but today I want to thank all of you for your persistence. I know many of you and can attest as to how smart, determined, effective, and dare I say, likable you all are.
Can't even see the back brace from that angle. So with Hillary still squawking about likability, are the other ladies in this pack doomed? Tonight's ladies' night, and everyone is back. Kat, Mattie, and Christina. Kat, I will start with you because obviously there is something to overcome because we have not yet had a female president. We almost did in 2016, but here we are.
Right, absolutely. There is definitely something to overcome. I do think it's more difficult for a woman to run for political office than it is for a man. I think that sexism is a very real thing in this country. However, to say that likability is only an issue that female politicians or aspiring politicians have to face is absolutely ridiculous. It's something that all politicians have to face. That's why Mitt Romney lost for tying a dog to his car, even though Obama ate dogs. It was because Obama was way more likable. I would rather hang out with Obama than Mitt Romney.
No, that's totally true. Obama, a likable guy.
Yeah.
A garbage presidency, but a very likable person. But that's what likability gets you.
Yeah.
And that's why people love Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders.
I don't quite understand, to be honest with you. Maybe it's because I live in Washington, D.C., so I hang out with enough, like, weird old white men, but, like, I don't get the likability thing with
like
Bernie
a fetish.
Sanders.
I'd love to have a mimosa with Bernie.
Absolutely.
But like, the weird thing about American politics is that like each party spends 15 months pretending that they don't have another team to beat and instead spend all that time beating up on each other. And that's a problem for Democrats right now, right? They need someone who's likable, but really they need someone who can beat Trump.
Yes.
At the end of the day, that is exactly what they're trying to do. The question is, how do they do that if they elect someone who is a like left-wing progressivite to the most degree? That's not very relatable and thus likable for the middle of the country that traditionally was very reliable for Democrats.
Yeah, and with someone like Beto O'Rourke or someone more progressive, even if they are likable, they're going to get to the very end, and then that's the moment where people will look at their own hearts and their polling place and be like, how the hell are we going to pay for all this stuff?
Right, but if we look at the costs and the deficits thus far, then you look at, conservatives normally aren't the spenders, and they've been the spenders for quite some time. But to your point,
actually, Mercatus has shown that when Republicans have a hat trick, they spend more than Democrats.
Yeah, so I guess we can't even say that anymore, that, we're fiscally conservative. That's
they pay lip service to it like Paul Ryan, but talk about inauthenticity.
Right.
That was a load of malarkey.
But I think authenticity actually, sorry to introduce Christina, but like authenticity actually is going to be the important part for Democrats, less so than likability.
I agree completely.
People can get behind whatever weird facet of personality they have if they think you're authentic. That's why Beto has a groundswell of support. That's why AOC is popular, and that will be something that Democrats really try to, I don't want to say exploit, but definitely explore.
I think definitely they're focusing on that. AOC or Ocasio-Cortez is showing something that no one else has, and that's being connecting to the younger demographics. However, if you look at the midterm elections, it was the moderates, it was the female Republicans that may have switched and been unhappy with President Trump that decided to vote. So you can't really say that we're going all the way to the left because the core still is really, really relevant, and you see that with Beto O'Rourke.
I'm gonna talk about Maxine Waters and AOC on the Financial Services Committee, but it goes to show: do you want someone who's going to out-Trump Trump, or do you want someone who's going to beat him by being the kind of person that you want to hang out and do tequila shots with?
Yeah, that makes more of a difference than it should, but it does make a huge difference. It does make a huge difference.
I don't want to drink with them. I want to stay far away from them.
No,
I want to drink with you guys. I don't want to
want?
drink with them.
Done and done. However, I want the presidency to be less powerful. I want it to be less meaningful.
Less cult of personality, more Article 1 restoration, so that you've got 500 some people fighting.
What do we talk about then? What are TV people going to talk about?
We're going to go to tequila shots, and we'll let the actually run the government.
We're going to be slurring. They have drunk history. Maybe we need drunk politics.
Hey.
Oh, so down.
Christina, Mattie, and Kat, thank you. All right, California Congresswoman Maxine Waters spent the past 2 years